What's good, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we've hit the 1,800 mark. Very much excited, and I'm glad you guys are loving it here, and I'm also enjoying you guys too. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about a couple of topics. So it's just rather like a conversation, and the comment section is always open. So yeah, let's have a conversation, let's chat. So we're going to be talking about staying motivated, or how to motivate yourself, as a software engineer. So in terms of writing code, like during the trials and tribulations, when it comes to code, not coding. You get. And also talking about growth in your career, talking about continuous learning, and all of that shebang. Okay, so I was just thinking the other day that, you know, sure, especially when you're a new developer, like a new programmer, right? So for now, we'll just focus on programming, right? When you're a new programmer, you tend to get demotivated easily, because I remember, I for one, when I started out, right? You get um in a new job specifically, right? And you get exposed to this huge code base, right? And you have to consume so much code, even having to like debug and fix a problem, or writing new bugs, because this is you'll do. I'm kidding. um it comes with a lot of frustrations, because you're new to this, and etc etc. But like, how do you stay motivated? So yo guys, it's difficult. It's difficult, to be quite honest. Like, I would read comments where people would say, how do I, when it comes to like self-taught developers, where they're like, how do you stay motivated and make sure that you program every day? Yo guys, like, honestly, I don't think there's a way, right, to stay motivated, because at the end of the day, like, this is not some, especially when you're employed, right? This is not some what a hobby. It's not a hobby. It's a matter of life and death. So obviously, I don't think there's time for motivation. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, if this is not motivating you, like at this point you're just rolling your eyes and whatever, you can skip the video. You can check my other videos. You probably might like them. So yeah, I don't. This is not your hobby, right? But what I can tell you is, maybe get help. Maybe get help. Maybe the whole point is not for you to be motivated. Maybe the whole point is for you to learn. And learning will not always be fun, if that makes sense. Learning will not always be fun, but sometimes it is fun. But for me, okay, this is just me, again, right? So staying motivated is probably like, I'm not, it's overrated. Like, why are you motivated during your trials, right? So rather, like, I feel relaxation, like staying calm and asking for help, that works wonders, than trying to get motivation, then trying to be like, oh, you smart, like giving you affirmations. It's not gonna help. So just get help, and try to, familiarize yourself with the, you know, systems on the outer end, and it gets easier, because now if you know which code does what, so but because you familiarized yourself with the actual, like, system and product. So yeah guys, like, how do you guys stay motivated? So how do you stay motivated? Even sleep, guys. I used to be one of those people who would code their lives away. So I'm one of those people, once I get into something and I'm running with it, I tend to not be able to, walk away. I just want to keep on doing it until I get it, because number one, guys, I am not a loser. I don't lose. You know, one thing about me, one thing I know about me is I'm a very like determined person. Like I do not take defeat. I do not take, I don't, I'm not a loser. You know, I'm a winner. And whatever I do, I make sure that it has to do what it's supposed to do. So I'm one of those people who would like try work until like 2 a.m. Like that was before though, like not now, but like before when I started out, so, you know, I would code like 2 a.m. I'm there trying to fix it. And I would not get it right. And then in the morning, then I have a few hours of sleep because when I was there like trying to Lord knows what, like trying to crack my brain and stuff. Then when I wake up in the morning, then voila, I've got the answer. Oh, I've found a solution. So guys, sleep. Sleep, sleep. I'm one of those people who thought, oh, hard work. No, you don't need to work hard, just work smart. Okay, so next up, growing in your career. What does growth look like in, you know, your context, in your life context? Like to you, what does like growing mean, you know, as a software engineer or as a programmer or a developer, whatever term you use, um but like in this case, I mean, as a software engineer or as a professional, so what does growth to you look like? It could be like if you're working, obviously we'll talk maybe in a workspace. So yeah, so basically initially when I started working, I am I would like to describe myself as one of those people who are progress driven, right? I used to literally live for progress. So from high school, you go to varsity, you pass varsity, you find work, and at work now you must move up the ranks and change positions. Yes, and that's not how my life turned out. Just by the way, nah, it didn't turn out like that. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll just like lightly dive into it, but I think I need to do like a separate video, right? I was like, I want to be the technical solutions architect, you know, I want to be this. And you know, at times you like try to overwork yourself, and I think it was after like a certain point where I was burnt out and I was just like, you know what, I just want my money. Like, yeah, really, you know, but I'm just at a point where now really like positions and whatnot don't phase me, um, for a number of reasons that I will share probably one day. One day. So yeah, so currently growth for me right now. So I've been working as a developer for 5 years. Yeah, I I'm not a senior developer, but in my head, like yo guys, I'm amazing, you know. Um Yet, but I don't know, I take myself seriously, I think highly of myself. I'm even probably a tech hack. Yeah, but like just on a job title, but in my own world I am. um so my thing is, my definition of growth currently, right at this point, me recording this video, is that learning myself and knowing that I am capable of doing anything I set my mind to. Me sitting here, I know for a fact there's nothing I cannot do in terms of like technology and all of that. Programming, getting things done, developing one of the coolest, whatever. I am capable. There's nothing I can't do. Like, you know, through your guys, wow, you know, I feel like I amaze myself all the time. I've been having a lot of small wins where I would figure things out. Um, you know, it was just a light bulb moment. I've always knew that I was capable, but for me, that is growth. Like having finally discovered my not full potential, but like it's probably not even at 50%, but like I'm at the highest level of having discovered my potential and knowing that I'm able and that I'm capable, that I'm amazing, bruh. Like, I will blow my own horn. I'm one of those people, like, I used to be such an arrogant child, and I think it has sort of like helped me get this far. But I'm slightly humble, but but I'm slightly humble, slightly. um, so yeah, I mean, starting out, I mean, in the beginning, right? Like I have mentioned how I've, been this, ambitious person in corporate or in companies. I don't know, am I in corporate? I'll just use corporate for lack of a better word. In corporate, like I was just like, you know what, I want to be this, amazing, like be recognized, and all of those things, right? Obviously I do deliver, I do put in the work, but I was just like, okay, Zana, I literally end up going crazy, and all of that. Yeah, so I once like found like a mentor through like this other program. So a friend of mine who was in the mentor, what am I doing? It's not a club. Go try and do as in the program, mentorship program, right? And I was just like, you know what? I think I might need a mentor. So I also had like other things that I was looking into, right, at the time. And I was just like, you know what? I think getting a mentor might just be a good idea for both my work, like career goals, and all of that stuff. And then that was a bit, that was okay in the beginning, but towards like the end, I was not like quite happy because I felt like I couldn't relate. So my thing now is that if I'm to get a mentor, which I do have a mentor, but online, well, mentor, guys, is not someone who tells you what to do, someone you ask for your advice, someone who helps you, like, I don't know, like someone whose advice you value, like, they don't take your hand and show you the ropes, like how, nah, it's literally someone whom when you have questions you go to and ask for clarification or all that stuff, like, yeah. So to me, having a mentor, I don't know what I like what I had expected, but at the time I thought a mentor was gonna hold my hand, right? But like, no, well, it helps you clarify like a couple of things. So that would be mostly somebody who's traveled the same road as you, or who is where you want to be, right? And yeah, so my mentor was really like a cool person, I'm not gonna lie, but for me, I felt like it was really not working out because representation matters, for me at least, representation matters. So if, I felt like, well, still feel, if I'm to get a mentor, which I do have, it needs to be a black woman who's in the field, even not necessarily like a developer, but like for me, representation matters. Like, I feel seen and I feel heard, because also we have like different experiences, right? And what you might have gone through, even as black women who will not go through the same things, but I feel like she gets me, right? So for me, representation matters. So yeah, so that's how that went. But I think, your guys, mentors are important. um if you are able to find one, it can help you grow in your career. And like, I find mentorship in little things, right? I find mentorships in little things. So for instance, when I had like interviews, I would like go through like interviews and get advice from the people who are in. So I regard that as like mentorship as well, to just like help me, like, as you move forward in your interviews, like, this is what you need to pick up and learn, and all of that stuff. So that for me also had helped me grow, and all of that. So yeah, that's that on that. So what does growth look like to you, and what would you want to do, like, so that's that on that. Okay, so next up, I said we're talking about learning. What does learning look like to you, right? Sorry, I'm a freestyling a bit because I've got a lot of like content to read through and like summarize and all of that. So I just decided I should just make a light video. So it's just a lot and I just got overwhelmed. So it's just like I can't shoot for the week. So please forgive me. So like learning as a software engineer, as a programmer, what does it look like to you? Like how do you get yourself on par with what's happening in the world of technology? Because I think sometimes you get caught up in your day-to-day job and you do whatever it is that you're doing, right? And then you work for that company and whatnot, right? And then a couple of years later, you decide you want to venture into different things because you're allowed to, right? Not saying but I'm saying you're allowed to. And when you get there, you found out that you have missed out on so much that when you are there, you literally feel like you have not done anything in your life, because that is bound to happen. So how do you keep yourself, on the loop, making sure that you're learning the latest technologies? Because also learning the latest technologies, but also you're in South Africa, and then there you are learning things that we don't even need, but also just keeping an eye on what's being used in the South African market, and like how do you know grab all of that information? Because obviously guys, like we are tired, like to be quite honest, we are tired. So you can't be going and you know searching for people who work for other companies, find out what it is that they do. Yo guys, sikatele, like to be quite honest, sikatele. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, you can share like how you do all of that. So I'll just share how I do it, right? I think for the longest times I have been this person who has always felt that I have a degree. My BSc degree is everything I needed. Like for the longest time I've stayed in this little bubble where I literally was like, my computer science, my informatics is enough, not realizing, but like girl, this thing called technologies, there's this thing that is a game changer, to for you to utilize those fundamental basics that you've learned in school. There is a bigger picture. There is this a big billboard that, whatever, you get the picture. So for the longest time I've lived in a bubble, thinking that my degree is gonna carry me. Little did I know, by now my degree is not gonna do anything for me. Well, you will learn the fundamentals, you will learn, you know problem solving, you will learn algorithms, you learn principles, you will learn all sorts of things, right? But that is just like small waters, you know there's still frameworks, there's still um languages that you need to master, right? It's not all about knowing, because you could be like, yeah, I know how to program in C sharp, I know how to program in Java, but child, like baby, there's literally so much more, to just using that data structure. There's I didn't know, like, just these, I didn't know about um what's this, e- extension methods. I didn't know, about, only later on I learned about go try and do any dependency injection. You don't get taught that in school. Nobody teaches you about dependency injection. Nobody teaches you about like solid principles. Maybe other schools do, but where I come from, yeah, I keep it simple method. Yeah, like principle and other stuff, yes. But things like there's like certain so in me learning designer patterns, is it design patterns, yo, like about designer. In me learning design patterns, right, I learned Java design patterns. So that was second year computer science, designing game development. Yeah, so me now having to learn that like C sharp also has its own design patterns, and there is so much more, guys. Literally, there is so much more in terms of like frameworks and stuff. So yeah, enough about that. So how I've like sort of kept myself on track, guys, it was interviews. Interviews had helped me so much, because now if you're going to interview for the role, you're gonna get asked all sorts of questions. And then from there, I started picking up things, you know? I started picking up things and be like, okay, so here they use these type of things. And then you go look them up. Because I was just like, guys, I know what a class is. I know what I know how to instantiate an object, you know? And I had somebody who had introduced me to dependence injection. I think yeah, so I'm very much grateful for like those moments, you know, because when I would be preparing for interviews at the time, he would be like, yeah, look at this, and he would share, because guys, remember, I also used like a different language for the majority of my career, right? So you can imagine how much I didn't know about like C sharp, right? I knew the language, but like there's there's things to it, right? There's more to it than just writing code and get it to work. Fine, you'll do that, but there's like, I don't know how to put it, guys. There's there's things that make that language and the frameworks and everything, you know, like you get. So he was like, you know, it was such moments, or in those moments that I sort of like learned and stuff. And now, even now, guys, I'm at a place where I do now follow like programmers. Um yeah, like honestly, I've never seen like their importance, but like yeah. And now I am also on, so at work we have like a free Udemy account, so I do check out some C sharp stuff, and that has helped a lot. But yeah, like that's me. And also, guys, my learning is in creating. Like I can't just learn and then what. But yeah, but I do like go on that and stuff, and you know, put it into practice and all of that, right? So I think that's it, guys, because I don't want the video to be too long. I mean, we all have opinions. I've got so much to say, but like we'll just end the video here. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and bye.